my channel. So today is going to be another hairstyling type video. I'm gonna come with me while I style my hair, and the hair that we are working with today is from Nadula hair. It is this beautiful, I think it's like 24-inch unit, so I want to say it's 24 inches. First off, I want to talk about the fullness of this unit because baby, I had to do some work in it. I've already cut my lace off. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly secure my unit, wrap my band around it so that way I can figure out how I'm gonna style it. I wanted to do an updo, but I'm just like, realistically, because there's not a lot of space right here. For my units, I always use the bed head, so that's what I'm going to use really quickly. So my first steps, I like to clip my hair back just so that way I have a clean work area. I try to keep the hairs out of the way, especially when I know I'm going to lay it, and this just keeps a fresh looking hairline. I am going to go in and pluck it a little bit more. I did pluck it off on a mannequin, but I noticed that once I put the unit on, it was still too full for me, and so I'm just going to go in a little bit. I will have a detailed video coming soon in regards to my plucking because honestly you could not see what I was doing, and I typically block the camera when I am doing this step, so I try to do it on a mannequin. I'll show you guys when I do it detailed so that way you guys can see. Usually when I pluck, I definitely make sure to take my time. It typically takes me about 30 minutes to an hour per unit because I like to take my time and not over pluck. So once I got that out the way, I like to take my hot comb just to comb everything out to see how everything will lay. I'm quickly going to go ahead and add my adhesive. I already put down the spray that I use. A lot of you guys say that it does not have a shine. It definitely depends on the unit, but if you find that your unit, when you spray it, it has a shine on it, you can take a little bit of powder to take that shine away. So I'm gonna quickly lay this unit. Honestly, this was one of the quickest units that I have laid. I will say one of the things that I love about HD lace, it is super thin and fine, and it doesn't require a lot of adhesive, and it stays. I literally will lay about 1 or 2 layers of spray. I do spray my underneath, and then I'll take it and spray on top of the lace. For me, this personally works the best, especially like around my ear tabs, because I do have sideburns and stuff, and that just grows back. So if I want to get a nice wear out of the unit, but also keep in mind, I am only wearing my units for a day wear. I take my units on and off each night. So my securing my units is not going to be for someone who is, if you are one of those people that like to wear your units for a week at a time, you are going to want to look into different hair glues, any different hair adhesive that's going to last you longer. So like I mentioned, this unit is a HD lace. Y'all see the melt, like this is without even me laying a band on it. It looks really good. I wanted to take a second and just show you guys the different types of lace. I know I always speak of HD. HD is a lot thinner, it's a lot smoother, and you can actually see less of it. If you notice, like your traditional lace is going to be, it's going to be a lot thicker. You're going to notice that sometimes it'll come in different colors, as your I'm sorry, not non-traditional, which is like your HD, your transparent. Honestly, HD and transparent are pretty similar. One may be a slightly thinner than the other, but they are quite the same. I think it's a great advertisement point, but anything that is HD, anything that is transparent, that is going to disappear for you a lot more, and blend. Now when I say blend, that still means that you have to put the work in as far as still adding some foundation and tinting your lace, but as far as your melt, it is going to melt into your skin with minimal effort, and that's honestly what we're going for. We want to slay, but we want to slay with minimal effort. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my baby hairs. I like to add a little bit more of my spray on my ear tabs because that is typically where it will rise up first, depending on the humidity, me sweating, all of that. And then I'm gonna take my hot comb. I always put my wax stick in before adding that heat because that's what helps straighten it and just make it look like it's growing out the scalp. Y'all see that? Y'all. So really quick, I just want to talk about the hair specs. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, it is HD. This is a 24-inch unit. It gives me maybe like 26. I do think it's definitely true to length. I appreciate that. Now, as far as it being 24 inches and it being so full, it is rare to find wigs units that are length long and also full at the same time. Normally, it's a thin unit if it is 24 inches or just a more natural looking unit. I don't want to say thin and scare y'all because I do think natural units are the way to go sometimes, but it definitely just depends on your preference. I personally love a full unit because if you are going to wear it constantly over, the while, it's going to thin naturally. So the fuller the unit, you definitely still have to worry about it thinning, but you have more time to kind of work with it if you are one that wears your units quite often. Okay, so for the reason why you guys are here, let's go ahead and get into styling this hair. So ultimately, I decided to just keep it into a middle part. I am going to show you guys how I style it at home. Now, I am a cosmetologist license. So at first, I wanted to try to see if I was going to like the wand, and didn't like it. So I decided to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to curl it using a traditional barrel iron. Now this iron cost me, I think, maybe like $15, so it doesn't have to be expensive for it to work. I have it linked down below. Definitely check it out if you're looking for a new one. I got it off Amazon. All right, so what I do, I typically will spray my hair. You can do this before. I like to do this before as well as during. What I do is take my curling iron. I like to straighten it with that heat. I will take it down, leaving some at the end, and I like to hold that. So this is just typically, if you are beginning, I would recommend to hold that tip, bring it in, and you are curling it away from your face, and that is what is going to bring you that volume and that body to your curls. Now, I feel like it honestly just takes some practice, but just remember just to run that curling iron through to the bottom, leaving some of that gap, just slowly bringing that curler up, and that's gonna give you the curls. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Like, it looks really, really good. I know this is sped up, but it's the same. Now, traditionally, when I am curling it, when I say straighten it out first before you wrap the hair around your barrel, I usually hold this and I try to count at least to maybe 20 to 25, so that way I make sure. And a lot of times I use my fingers. Now this is just from someone's perspective that has been doing hair for years, like literally in the kitchen for years. I tap my hair like where the barrel is, just to kind of feel and make sure the heat is actually going through the hair, to curl it before I will let it go. And so it's just twisting up. Now once you get it all the way up, you can slowly just start twisting your burr with your wrist, and that's how the ends will get curled if you do want them curled. After I get all my curls in, I like to go back through the hair and just kind of do a inspection, kind of see where I need to add more volume. Now also, if you are looking to add more volume, you want it to stay, you can also use rods, you can also use the pin curl method, or you can also just cut layers into it. Layers will always bring volume. Alright, so I'm just adding the finishing touches. I decided just to add some long layers in this hair because, once again, I still don't know how I want to keep it, and I don't want to just make any decisions. And honestly, I just love a good long layer look. Like, it gives me everything. Y'all let me know. Are y'all into short layers, or are y'all into the long face framing layers? Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of foundation. For my part, I decided to not pluck it just because if I decide to change it out. So you can always use your concealer, a powder, or a foundation, and that will do the trick. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a few layers in the front, and I just take my hair at an angle and go down with it. I didn't want to make the layers too high because I just want to keep it real natural and just kind of flowy. I am just gonna add a few finishing touches onto it. I just saw a few pieces that it just wasn't giving me what needed to be got. So as you see, I'm pulling the hair away. I am curling the hair back from the face, so away from the face, and that's going to create that volume. And when you see the hair fall, that's what gives you even more see, y'all see that. Alright, you guys, so my last step is I always take my hot comb and just kind of go over my work. This is just to make sure it's melted the way I like it. Plus, you guys know I'm a perfectionist. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, hey boo, go ahead and subscribe. Welcome to the MCD family. And so I'm just going to take my hot comb and just run that through the hairline. I wanted to make sure that this was the most natural and realistic looking unit. So as you will see, it's pretty clean. I will show you guys an up close so that way you guys can see how it looks. But it's a very clean hairline. I took a little bit of baby hairs out, made it really, really light. So that's really why it really wasn't no baby hair session this time going on, except for where my ear tabs are at. All right, you guys, so this is it. You guys, y'all see that volume, y'all see that shine. I didn't add anything for the shine. This is how the hair came, the luster of it, and y'all see that hairline. I'm done. I hope you all enjoyed this quick hair tutorial. I hope I taught you how to curl your hair. So we're trying to get salon results at home. And that is the goal, honestly. I always say, even if you do go get your hair done, you should be able to maintain your hair at least. And by that, I mean like maintain it in between stylists, like in between you going to your appointments and things like that. And it just helps. So that way you can keep it up. You can continue to look good. And I feel like always looking good makes you feel good. I haven't put on a good face and some hair in probably like 2 weeks, honestly, maybe a week and a half. And it helps. It definitely helps. There's usually a coupon code down below as well for those of you who check out this hair. Definitely shop Nadula hair. I will say the hair is super, super full. I wanted to keep it clean hairline this time because I'm always giving you guys baby hair realness. And for those who are not into baby hairs, I think this is a great unit for you. But honestly, you don't have to add baby hairs to every unit. And I feel like because it's so full, and I just didn't want to do it for this one. I just wanted to do something that was sleek, something that was wearable, something that the girls really like. And for those who don't want to do the baby hairs and want to keep it really, really natural, I think this is for you. Definitely don't forget to like this video, share this video, and if you have not, go ahead and subscribe for more.